nyina ye de dwumadi no ahyehyehye so yenim niema ayekoso wo politics mu Ghana Hong Kong na ye baba bedie Ghana politics de mu nyina mu nim say e said anya isa but enema bia ya steady ene de bro nti ba me so share video no na efa emame ye frame me Kumasi nyame me ne me producer PK ene wa ha ono so bo machi doma ye de dwumadi no ebreo pepe te said de bia no ye no ene me wo ha mo amunum se me nya trans say dia na ya na eye inkwell printing ena ebo machi dom ema me de dwumadi say AFSA at the brem inkwell printing so open anything printing inkwell printing open cabalist forms or printed books or printed calendars t-shirts na opes all printed marks and opes all printed so opes all printed anything opes all printed bia for branding purposes bia no we got you inkwell enti ubitimi afre 220465 0822 2204650822 so upe inkwell so abu inkwell ewo East Dublin Granville 1900 East Dublin Granville Road 161 so baby na Aslan University building no ewo no eho na ubehu inkwell eho na ewa yedi adwuma die nyina ewo ehonom eti uba na pepepe de upe bia no ye behwe na yaye ede amount yebeye kama na yede amount afezo the summer sini bio a believers attire a Christian team t-shirt that aims to create conversations, you know, so say America high say it is hard since it's a school mukra no bitimi akenya mesemo but and also nkyere say esi gidie him Bible no kra ka say mre ne kwa wi asa ne ma we nyina be de ebeba intimi nkanya me asem e wo baby a esi ekọ but yes these are the t-shirts are they about out to start conversations until we have God as my president, sincere love, give glory to God. You know, there are so many of them. Fear ends where faith begins. You know, these are powerful t-shirts are said to portray the love of God and also the sincere love of the Holy Spirit. And on komo na AD. Open unsu biya from 220-465-0822. Your friend Kumasi nyame. Na yese ye koye na man kan bi die mo amunyina monitua e dey be din komo afa the NPP political party no ene ma e koso wo NPP political party ene de me personally me hunu e wo party nim en sunsaso bi a me hu wo party nim de e koso se wo hwa e ye ntokwa e koso wo party nim alanche maten se mintimi bio mateme ho kene Japan de e keka call no so me say ahwa obeteme ho ayi chama untumi Dr. Baumia na nado danko ekufuado ohed to kwa ekoso MPP mu a eno ho nkomo enene mene wo ba bidini ne na me hu dynamics bi a lot of people have not really looked at it but that's the dynamics are me hunu ntimi baba be chiri mu achiro enti pacha oba ya no ahye na we invite amanfo no mo so aba video yi so na ye nyina ye de odo e de abodom na ye di nkomo so the who say the see ye no the decision that Chief Alan making, a political decision. It's not just a political decision, a mafia decision. He thought about it well. What's not said, he thought about it, a political decision. That some political decision it has a mafia tendencies. It is a unimua. Me baba bechiro mu na wo hunu baby asankobo we nyina dey efriba that decision when one making it a mafia decision. Ke kuro man ke beka se ebegu ayengu se wo be kire me a me kire pa ntimi da bia me ka se pick your enemies wisely. Da bia se wo ho na we nipa na person pick enemies pick them wisely, and this is what I have seen. People should start picking their enemies wisely. Now it will hear me topic here. I'm saying the NPP versus the Gambino family. The Gambino family. The Gambino family, one of the 5 families, 5 mafia families. They would New York, no mafia families near what Genovese family, Bonanno family, Colombo family, Lucchese family, and the Gambino family. The Gambino family, no na ye be kan ho asem nipa bebre no omate obi a friend John Gardi obeti John Gardi there are a lot of musicians are obeti John Gardi we kra na meda ink for jaru mo CEO no meda ink ne friend say F Gardi Osha F Gardi the dino or pick from John Gardi was a mafia boss what I say but be say me draw some similarities be a me hunu wo the Gambino family ene the NPP family mo NPP family ni NPP family say we leadership na ye fa say president Kufuor they say what enche yo na Kufuor yo na Kufuor yo Dr. Baumia these are the leadership no asana regional chairman ne national chairman ne sa ankofo ni nyina aba ne regional chairman ni nyina aba and your captains ni bi nso ne ayi John Chematin, heavyweight or a heavyweight captain. John Alan Chematin or a heavyweight captain. Who will be to say Kennedy a compare ko Ohene Japoa or no see a heavyweight captain. Or the NPP or a heavyweight ankasa. You can never underestimate Kennedy Japan. But you watch a video no Eddie Amame or the NPP party. Or no see a heavyweight. Alan Chematin founding member or a heavyweight. So we share the Gambino family na Carlo Gambino the T family no. Na okono na Neil de la Croce and na ye the underboss. So we the mafia family system with the boss, the underboss, and then the consigliere no is basically like the counselor. Na ufri counselor na know about captains. Ufri captains na know about soldiers. Now ufri soldiers na know about associates. So and our NPP regional na basically the same. The same system now ahead of kind of say the leader and what you see flag bearer the baba be the leadership of the party, and then we have the national chairman also will be the vice, the general secretary. It's the same system now no munyina omuyisu and you heavyweight captains and crofo munyina omu party but omu do we be to say Alan Chamatia or party ni mu do we be to say Japan or party ni mu do Dr. Baumia or party ni mu do Sara ma we nyina etie now heard here akoso ya this is ya Alan Chamatia ameki ya akofa afranto ya also a movement for change now amafo bebre keep saying say Alan a fine gentleman but as Alan trim ye ne de Alan wo eyi bi say eduru no so na eduru me so MPP akonwa no so enye fi akonwa no obeka say eduru me so. Yes, it is true enye fi akonwa but anytime bia no say you build a party one you hope your influence party nim eno ye one two you show bia sika kakra wo no ho say ekoba say onso mu ba obetimi di bibia ide aboa ni nyina aka ho obi wonim dia se didi kuo nanimu a obetimi ayede edi kuo nanim eno no wi no free ho a ne yasa akope obi a ekoba se wo ton no ama oman ni nyina oman no be accept no you woni pa bi wo ho a obetimi awusika obetimi awodim die ba se wo ka se wo koton na ama oman na accept no eti yesa na ema we nyina na ewom ye nyina enim se president Kufuor okono no ope eyasem yenyina enim se no ope eye Alan Chamatin asem but Ghana food decide say omo beto aba no de ama na Kufuor it is okay and eto aba de ma na Kufuor Alan Chamatin a lot of the people in the party no if you say at this time no a do so say Alan Echo when a mafia works no adwuma no so this is how the mafia works are happening. It is really working. The mafia working NPP no. The mafia machine is really working. Eh nanado down kwa Kufuor. Only mafia head leader. And why not just say it is so when you look at the Gambino family now Paul Castellano after the death of Carlo Gambino no on the bear boss. No bear boss no decide so on Crofobia or no bedili. Crofobia or how no mundili. Even though Neil de la Croce, because Neil de la Croce, was the guy he had to succeed your friend say Carlo Gambino. By Carlo Gambino, it will air corner and or install it Paul Castellano. The boss had made a decision. Untimi sheda enka bibia. Enti Neil de la Croce nkra na omu chena se no ebi ti say John Gardi bunu no mu fu a omu pese omu teki Paul Castellano off no be run family no because we feel say Paul Castellano wasn't a gangster enough. Paul Castellano isn't a gangster enough. If you are following the conversation that I'm making right now, a scenario now I'm making, you know, in this situation, John Gardi, you know, Alan Chabate. Alan Chabate, if we say, Baumia and NPP enough. 2, Alan Chabate, if we say, Baumia, Alan Chabate, if we say, Baumia, any true and true person, on ye qualified to lead the party because who say ene makra okano obetimi aye sa no muhuno omunzo unqualified to be a president. That's how they are seeing it. At this point, you know, what is he going to do? He feels he's the most qualified, but yet the party apparatus, you know, which is Paul Castellano, Paul Castellano it's not allowing him to make a move. At this point, you know, what will he do? His move is to just move out. As a quabontin, no starting the movement. A lot of people are saying, say, this move now, mafia move, some of my uncle, Namusi say, I'm better there from party. And that's the same thing that John Gardi, and so what John Gardi decided, say, at this point, you know, it's either I take Paul Castellano out or Paul Castellano will take me out. It's what did John Gardi do? Okohun, Sammy the Bull Gavano, Frankie the Chikomo, and we say, Charlie, let's make a move on the boss. Because at this point, you know, yeah, make it move on the boss. BBC. Now, Sammy the Bull, no money in the background. Sammy the Bull in the NPP right now. Hey, Stone Cold Killer. Stone Cold Killer. Your friend of Canadian Japan. Only Sammy the Bull. Oh, man. At the end, only Sammy the Bull. So this is what he's doing. Why did he me pray at the NB? My sources say before this decision was even made, you know. Before this decision was even made for Kennedy for Alan Chamatin to even move from the party no crowd. There was consultation between Onone the camp of Kennedy Japan. This situation in Mono oye Sammy the Boo. Sammy the Boo anka said the whole he to say John Gardi no. But the problem is Sammy the Boo so I wanna say. It was situation which is Kennedy Japan or also I wanna say I don't know say me tenase. Na edu obi say ye kon chinchina ache. I didn't say me tenase na edu obi say ye kon chinchina ache. I didn't ye nyina ye kopre akonwa na wo mu nyina decide say wo mu de wo support the baako. If that is the case dia ye nyina ye to kromu aye behwe. Enti eyi ye na adwene say Kennedy Japan ka kire Alan Chabate which is Dogari say o pesa wo kwa o dey right now no ko me to me move right now. I also need to have a reason. When you are reason, I'm not for a brave. But I say, I don't know Alan MP. I don't know Alan MP. Now I feel no BP. Alan needed a reason to leave. Even though no my nesani mani no oh my nesani mani for some time. Still no reason or big also say when they breaking the camel's back. No that reason, and that's why he stayed in. And you know why he also stayed in? He stayed in for a longer time. So what the politics I say now what the dirty side of politics I say you understand why he made that move. He stayed in for a very long time to also present to Ghana for say, listen, I tried, I just didn't give up. I'm not a person I just leave. I tried, but at this point, and I'm not gonna stay for them to kill my people. Almost sabotage will grow far from the beginning of this government. It's not just the beginning of this government. From 2007, and I mean, people that support me, people that support me, they are cutting their contracts. People that support me, but I will say, Mejai because people that support me, I say evidence no way. There's no evidence to it. What I say, at this point, evidence in the copy or election day. No. Sending crop for yeah, brown and crop for a wadi and I say. It ya feel bit me about say a man for ma or mudibeti. Our moko boame ame election. Sound crop for in the year bo me. Do you think say as a father no as a tenacity share and me bo sound crop for we? Well, see a Bebelman Crawford there, any among family party. Because now he comes out, he can talk about a near if he had left earlier, only can be our best sellers idea. I think it's a tactical move. A lot of people will not understand it, but if you know, you know. And this is what the guy was trying to do. So he made it. Kennedy Japan now sami the bull no on den ga asem na mfa no ho but also the near to say samoje we plan the collapse to say the sami the bull jogari kabuma mukuku Paul Castellano no it's the same thing because the moment Kennedy Japan also break away from the party, that's it, the party is gone. Kennedy Japan was strong support both Ashanti region and the central region. And Mamu say central region and Ashanti region Kabuma deadly. If you're able to win Ashanti region, very deadly. So this is how I am seeing the whole thing play. Opa ubit me ajedi, opa unyini. But this is what is going to happen. There is no way Baumia will not be the flag bearer for the NPP. Election ya 2 weeks. Baumia is going to be the flag bearer for the NPP. Yeah, ton of French ma Baumia to be flag bearer of the NPP. It will say a Pediform more party may declare the Ama Baumia. It's one here. There's a lot of people we always follow the bandwagon. But a see a henny 2 a henny 4 no. Decision omameki. You won't crop for bit me musikani ade. Still, but we know the apparatus, the instruments in the BBA and running adeni is going in favor of Dr. Baumia. Into a berry. Dr. Baumia now really cream say Kennedy Japan because Kennedy Japan, the only reason why he is there, he is waiting for a reason, and that day and that reason will be confirmed, and he will leave. A lot of people think he's not going to make that decision. But Baumia, your friend say, Kennedy Japan, this is what he did. And no interview or Kasembi. Also, no dear, on making decision for who, or say the baby a master's Rebecca's own corner, a hollow. That's what he said. And to Tiabe, Uniwa Bebua, Yetiabebu, as several person Kennedy is simple. Or say baby a master's Rebecca's own corner. Or say 2027, like 2007, the masses know what saying and Kufuado, regardless of the relationship on the president Kufuano, or forgo the relationship and follow the masses. And this time now, no anka say jina kono say ofili say these people are sabotaging him. Obefrim. And yen the banter is going on between Kennedy Japan and a chairman to me. Every single, but every was over funny power. Chairman to me. So basically, they are fighting themselves. They have rigged the system in the way say all the leadership and what NPP party will be a support to Dr. Baumia on the SAECO. That's what they are doing. They have rigged it in that way. It is left for Sami the Boo, Japan, to make that decision. And I honestly believe that decision will come. A lot of people don't see Alan Martin say even if we need a changer, Alan Martin is not the right personality to give us that change. A lot of people are also saying, even the mere fact that the idea has come, has opened the election. Just the idea only, the idea that we do not want to be controlled by party financiers, the idea that we do not want to be controlled by party leadership, The idea that the godfathers of the party are not going to be the one telling us, this is what we are supposed to do. Even though you may be the leader of the party, but the godfathers of the party are telling you, say, this is what we are supposed to do, and you have to follow it. At this point in this governance, say if Alan Kyerematen is able to sell this story right to the people of Ghana, there's a lot of people that will follow him. The reason why I'm saying that there's a lot of people that will follow Alan Kyerematen, and it's simple. If this guy is gonna make a government, not government now or it's gonna be NPP, any NDC for combined PP, CPP, PNC. More bit me about okay, definitely no. It's gonna be the parliamentarians nana about running this government. It is a offer free NPP, CPP, NDC. And what government now. This government will be attractive to the people of Ghana, especially the floating voters in Ghana. And don't forget, say in Ghana, no, a floating voters any make a decision. MPP better my MPP, NDC better my NDC, but the floating voters only make a decision as to who should win the election or not. And on that idea no viable no. It omo ka say Alan Kyerematen free party no, it's not going to affect the NPP party, no. I'm telling you, the Kufo faction of the party, no, and then the Nanado faction of the party, no. All those people almost feel say they have been treated bad, they are still there. And especially looking at the economy, the audio this mess is gonna be the same person. Or see and about a man no. Mamu refi. It be affect almost big time. Unless say follow politics. There's nobody which like I say NPP they want to say Alan Kyerematen and big shot. He is a big shot. Even the most popular person at the time no party no a friend say Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo no. He never won straight election with Alan Kyerematen. You should know, and people should also know. Say the moment that you go into power, most of the time, the incumbent, your vote always drop. It's the people that really love. There's a lot of people that love the Nanado faction. They have regretted. It's mamu nunumu honsre and kase Alan Kyerematen to be pulu any shock. He's gonna pull a lot of shocks. And also, let's go to the NDC. When we get to the NDC, you could clearly tell, say, there's a lot of people that feel like John Mahama shouldn't be the flag bearer. If Alan Kyerematen, of which he's a great gentleman, but I feel like I said the communication skills ever form. If Alan Kyerematen is getting people behind, he's getting a strong machine on the communicating manner. I'm telling you, he can do damage to the NPP. Big damage. Big damage. I don't see how the people that have been in this party for the longest are going to kowtow to the leadership of if I say Bawumia in the NPP. I don't see that happening. There are some big wigs in the NPP. They will never kowtow to the leadership of Bawumia. I don't know if it's about tribe. I don't know if it's about religion. But there are some diehard NPP for who feel say Bawumia haven't served the party enough to be the flag bearer of the party. There's a lot of them that feel that way. And almost all the guys are Omujina say about if you say the party have neglected them, the party apparatus no I support one person. And then they did kuru no bebano. It's more no mo ensre. Enka say minye say it will me say okay, let me see the comments. Nana question was there's no mafia anywhere. The primaries is not the birthright of anyone, so it must be fought for. Of course. I agree with that. I agree with that. Say it has to be fought for. But how do you explain this? Another question. Let me ask you this. How do you explain it? Say we are going to election. And the regional chairmen have all come together. The regional chairman, regional chairman have all come together and say, this is the person we are going to vote for. Think about it, that you are in a family enuafo mienu position ato abusua anim a mu nyina mo pe position na wo maame a wo mu nyina ene nkrofo aka abom ne abusua panyini ene abusuafo mu no mu nyina aka abom akogina fa say ye de eta wo yechi. Are you going to be happy about it? It those people that are saying there's no mafia system in the moon no mo na mo say sere na mo sa nkrofo we need this ideology na ana mo the NPP eco position no because mo na mo ma the party leadership and said there's a problem. This thing is a problem. And yet then ye koto aba. Na aba na ye kwa akoto no. Ebusuafo a ye koto ye ho aba no. Ebusuafo ni panyimfo wa ebusuafo ni akogina baabi fa akose we and I say echo. Say ebusuafo na so na eko make the decision. Ame ye de abeto aba no. Are you happy about this system? Do you think this is a move that has to be done? If you are part of this family, are you going to be happy? Meaning that's your question. And it may affect you almost big time. It may affect you almost big time. And if Kennedy Japan also feel say, Oma support na Kennedy Japan fashion, don't forget, say Kennedy Japan cry and tell it will be a mafia game. That's how it's going to be. And until that debiano say leader always have to pick a leader or the unity ebano. Even when a name moye den krano, there should be a leader with me aba abekasem and they are to or man for no etri mama or man for feel say oh okay leader we there ye teneswa na ide na sorry. Na ekoye leader monfoma se monko ne mo pa baby amonye et said the chama wuntumi mo ye na nobody is calling them to order na. Yes, okay, nibre say Kennedy Japan when it's we are. So the point now, the job that your friend say Baumia if he wins or want to say eso ko fa Kennedy Japan crofo ni nyina adeba because you did them eso ko fa Alanche Martin crofo ni nyina adeba. Can you do that job? And so make sure say Boachi eja ko a obo bracketa emrana mo de koto election no say you guys have to go together and then do a run. Emrana mo amotre say say ye run no. Mo makotena say there be mo ana mo ba beto aba no. Ono sa ya no so de apie no. That person and also to make sure so we convince and also encrofo. Are you gonna be able to do that? Especially when this person knows to say you did this against them. Do you think you can do that? You cannot. Anything that they be you need somebody. When you want somebody to lead, it has to be somebody that is gonna be a unifier. So when you be a unifier, there's always going to be a problem. And I think this is what has happened. That is what just happened. That is what the NPP has done. The only thing that NPP what they say is election the omri and it's not even about the AC war between Alanche Matene you can say Baumiane and Adon Temononkwa. It's not just only that. It's the fact that they have performed abysmally. The economy no mo fire no o ma say no popra and every Ghanaian can attest to it. You can talk about inflation. You can talk about the war that have happened there and there, war. You can talk about coronavirus. The fact doesn't change that the economy that we gave to you, you have destroyed the economy. Every Ghanaian being and now jumua sa pay no sa yaw no ewo ho. Then the fact that sa mo amama ki sa decision na esa do bi be hye kon no sa yaw no ewo ho and no crabit me akwati amo etiment na ho enunu ho ensre enka se o NPP ne de enye can say obia property. Everybody have to fight for it. Yes, everybody have to fight for it. But the before say the okon no dwane no or say otna no asa akombiu. The man that has left can cause a damage, and I strongly believe this thing shouldn't happen. Then you side we see. It didn't tell them a say any side we see. They could have politics. They would be mafia free. They be a same way. Say they are always interest. They are always interest. Obi ohwa say me see. If I'm building something, minim say ade we are me see the mini what say the past be we obi to me as atwaso mame. A lot of people obi anim say ade no. We all know. se me ni ho na e dan a me si me ni ho a me producer betimi asi ama me but ko na me wo me timi for me to me nka say me ma me producer abeto aso me ni ho a because enye fia konwa eti at the end of the day you still have to go to the people and lobby to the people as to how in the past we seen a bit me ato aso eti me ni problem in anado for making moves like this. But when you are sidelining all the people so your interest can be fulfilled, that is where the problem is. And that is where you create enemies for yourself. And a lot of people don't even know how to choose their enemies right. So who choose your enemy? And so who choose your enemy right? Edward, let me take it. Or since we are running for president, I know him say, oh, I time for that. Now, all the people that he has put his life down to fight for are the people going behind him, stabbing him in the back. Now, Munke who say, Emre Yeninka. So, and when I listen to this guy say, Emre Yeninka, so oh God, that's what I realized. That's why it dawned on me. Say, it is happening. It is finally happening. How is it going to happen? How is that going to happen? It is finally happening, but how is that going to happen? It's going to happen in a way, says election, and Kennedy is either to one ten on support. Obeka say Obeka che ne party for say baby on person to abaluku bia. The supporters baby on person to abaluku bia. Obetimi atu ako. Ono on support to bia, and that's deadly. And we have seen how he's speaking about Alan Chamaten. It looks like he likes the idea. That's how a lot of people are reading meaning into this. It looks like opesa idea. It is opesa idea that I say. When we are transcending home, so opesa idea that I say. That idea, no, like I said earlier on, no, Alan Chamatin may not be the guy to lead this movement. Alan Chamatin may not be the guy, but the idea is very lucrative. And we have been so still, say people want different idea. We have been talking about a third force for a very longer time. And looking at what this guy is doing, if he's able to go into the professional world and bring in smart people around him and build a team, but in all this decision, I feel like I said John Mahama is a winner of everything that's happening right now. John Mahama is a winner because NPP is not giving any reason why. It's all it's John Mahama and the winner of say NPP abani mucha, of course a mubeche. Say munya check cream. It go in favor of John Mahama. A muche creamer. A bit favor John Mahama, and everybody knows that. But the money you who say you can't say Alan it me team up. Alan team no to me convince Kennedy. A man back that side of her. Aye. I'll go bed. That's it. And you mogu NPP to cry. And then if that team is facing you kind of say NDC and one, and this is done because John Mahama and a lot of Ghanaians and not just the NDC, a lot of Ghanaians don't favor them. It's this election. There is no way this election, 2024 presidential and general election, because of Ghana. There's no way it's a election. Enko runoff. Obieno bit me winning one time. It will go runoff. It will go runoff. Now, part election also call runoff. Now, what you are going to do? They say, "We MPP for mobe here, Trematen and Crawford, and the money you know. Be here, Trematen and Crawford. Oh, make me aside down. Walk or Trematen, walk catches Trematen. Yes, sir. Indiana, Tifabeka Honey and Queen. Is it going to be possible?" And now the NDC basically making move with Trematen. This I really want to see 2024, like how things will play out. This is so beautiful, and I think this is how our politics should be. There should be somebody challenging the status quo, and me, I love people that challenges the status quo because one challenges status quo now, they be more power. No, always feel say they can do what they want to do. And politics shouldn't be like that. Politics, any say yes, sir. Any say quiet, the ubi assume si penkwan yes or it is wrong for politics to be run like that. And for a very, 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 very long time, that is how I am politics now in Ghana. Etine se metenasi ya bibusa me ho say is it possible say bibi be si ana? Is it possible say something is about to happen ana? Metena ho bibusa me ho say a lot can happen, and with the move now Alan has made, you know, it looks to me say this move say omo to 2 money a year. Right now, I'm trying to say your baby how many months? Your baby 14 months to the general election. So move to me to 2 money a year. No more outside the political world. Out the technocrats no ho. Edu no more recruit to technocrats no. Edu more baba be come ho. Ye nyina Ghana for the economy of Ghana or the nation shouldn't be run by only politicians. No, to me, I can't ask him ye hey, I have a Baghdad, no, a double tomb, and a lot of people will follow the momentum. It is said here, 2016, Donald Trump, banner. So many people were like, oh, now he can't do anything, he can't do anything, he can't do anything, he can't do anything. All the media stations were saying, say he can't do anything, he can't do. But now, nim a yawa ane wo Ghana fumu. A lot of people didn't know the pain ane wo America fumu. At that time, the pain that was in Americans, a lot of people didn't know. Anything other than the establishment, you know, we are going to vote for them. And as at now, no, John Mahama is clearly an establishment candidate. On the election, I'm so winning by 90-something%. Establishment candidate. Baumian to the air bar November 4th. In less than a month, we figure it out. Clearly, establishment candidate. It is the only establishment candidate, you know, or a likely so with me police surprises. A likely so with me police surprises. Election now, he may not win, but with me a save vote, and they can't say what save vote, you know. Especially when the guy is preaching, say, Montoma, more parliamentarians, many parliamentarians be any problem. Montoma, more parliamentarians, but do the be one they are Montoma. It's a big message. And he said, Otanase, now you will be a choose enemies writer. You understand this. You will be a strategic person. You understand this. So utie the showdown war kona course wu kumase no. Utie and sema Kennedy Japan ekaya. You understand. It's not just the campaigner ala non kwa you know. And sema Kennedy Japan kai about say ala ne jina on e bi o kase o ma say ya. Say you are crying your own cry. But when somebody also come and endorse the whole kind of, especially somebody who is also vying to be a leader in the party, then you understand. Say maybe we should start looking at this man. Maybe we should start listening to what this man is saying. Maybe it's not just crying. And maybe something has been done to it. And most of the time, no, people love victims. A lot of people admire victims. Because kwasi ebuya enti nipa bebre victims asem enti say obi be ka say ya me say ya most of the time no, so why you care for most of the people are following that person. And until I'm free said the National Council no or the NPP no NEC no National Executive Council, they've made a big mistake not calling one to me any all the leadership of the NPP to order no. It's a very big mistake because even though I don't know they so boni ni akra airborne no, he himself has not really said anything. Leonardo himself has not really said anything. But to share them for one honga bi finance minister, majority minister, majority MP. Ono kwa de na eyemi hu no. These are the same people. And the money you who say it looks like they are not learning from anything that has happened to them. They had 169 MPs in Parliament as in 2017 when Parliament resumed. They have 169. And then they started the mafia way. Yempe way. And I don't say many new way home. Only for Masu Messinko. Yempe way. We are not going to vote for this guy. And I don't see any new way home. Only for Mas. And yes, guess what happened? In 2020, they had 137 MPs. From 169 to 137. 37. Because they were blackmailing people. They were saying, they told somebody, say when see for more, ukurum marketing is. See for many passwords in call. If you care about your people, see for many passwords in call. What about ukurum marketing is? Hey, and when you see them, then you say this is the mafia. Then I don't know, understand what you think. You understand of what the mafia is. This is exactly what the mafia families will do. For me, man, no, chinchina man in form. Man is won't see form. Mujina man yisu sa. Anasifomo, 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 anasifomo. Papa is woodsy. Anamututiano. But guess what he did? He said, I know the base. Me, I know the base. I'll go independent. And from now, MP no, go independent. I feel from now, MP no go independent. I be na 137. MPP 137. NDC 137. Abakade ye pobiam na majority enkofo na amotan akwa na amotan na ni independent no wa win election or the independent. Now what will you do? MPP was even lucky. Say yeah, me and Kameka, I want to be the vice president. That's the only way I will support you guys. Say yeah, me and Memeti here. The only way I will support you is to be the vice president. When you vice president, you see from the mayor vice president, of which you will not do. And then guess what is going to happen? And then I'll go to the MPP, NDC. But that guy didn't make that decision. Even though or making some demands be a amount, but he didn't make that decision. He made some demands. Mutiai. Japan has come out and said to the public how he paid $1 million because the guy wanted the chairman or you kind of say the chairman or what does it from to step down, and he needed $1 million. The chairman needed $1 million to step down, and then you guys paid. So it is an way you see still before that verse had it moment now in no more answer and make say oh ana enyahe me kind of when Napo was or we will do without him. We don't need him in the NPP. I face I go for away or quiet color. Any 2 weeks go to jogu for more pacho. That is what politics is. You may think you know the people, but anybody that is connected to the grassroots want to be funny Niagara. A lot of people sit down. No decide. They said this is what we are going to do. They think about it. Ote so wa who nim the omo from no omo you until say results no aba. Until say results no ide aba. It the MPP party come here very lucky. And can say come use 2020 no the see no a year suye hunu. But it looks to me say omo amfa anye suye hunu omo de the omo ye no enwa no omo ye. But well, keep pushing. Election the nkeba ye jai eba obia etuna abako baby a opeso otoko but o manipulation bi wa ase nkrofo abetimi a convince wo mo ukwa anu akọ convince wo mo but ye entreten wo mo so wa anyesi am ye nyesi ma. The moment you do that, you are deepening the cracks. Because betimi abase ba umia betimi awene no be flag bearer no be win general election, but the people that got threatened no and I'm refi. The people are more threatening. How is it gonna go? It's in any means, Biano. And this MPP has messed up big time. Huge. They have messed up huge. And they have given the election to the NDC. They have given the election to the NDC. And now, no, as I metie Adenimo. I listened to Adenimo. I think 3 days ago, and he was talking bitterly of the pain about how he has been treated in the party. And all this allegation it points to one person. Why omo life from 1992? I'm a party in feel say somebody that just walked in 2007. They are sacrificing everybody. And yes, my baby. And they are sacrificing everybody for that person. Excuse me. More sacrificing every single body. I don't know the life at all just for one person. What is it? It's at the point some of them sit back and look at it like, hey, yeah, for party and is this system even good for the nation? And that's why you hear some of the NDC speaking on behalf of Alan. The Alan the fact that some of the NDC the fact that some of the NDC is speaking for Alan Okra Emmanuel. It is hard. It is really, really hard. It is always a gun in here. Now we on mind bar. You also have to look at this situation. Say this situation, tough. This situation, really hard on Ghanaians, and not just on Ghanaians. And anybody that is patriotic, it's not gonna follow the system. It's not gonna say no. The Biano can't say, Ebi obi hu ye wahi. And you born elimination by rough that is America say yemfanya. But you see, the fact is be any parase dipani ni pabonini into yemfanya. And so system not so that say yemfanya. Because the man de we hu say ye the ye say any pana office or any pabonini na. Then it is easy to see between the way innocent. The way ni pabonini na office or any pabonini no. See it means our system no e brenase. See it means our system no e kotiana. Then it means say you bet me the innocent person. You the innocent person mo be dey. Asema ese otohwa odwene ho no no. Se saade no e the innocent person obey dey. Why do you the office say oh nipa we what to say it yemfanya no. But the moment it is tried and tested on a nipana, if we say or any pabonini, no, then it means it can be tried and it can be used on Ubia on also innocent. And that's why some of us do not support what has happened. In as much as me, some Morgana Krana come to bank, come to NPP this time. Even though I campaigned for them in 2016, come to Abaneti or this time. In as much as and come yes, I did a I will not support that. Says I did we so. It is wrong. Akunya toa ubia wo ho kwan so opiribi. Ye intimidate ubi. Penimfo se kwase hwa ye ntia so mprenu. The moment you try to do that to somebody no. Wo okay nibre. Enibre ne ba ene be ebegu engu no. Ene no obi di bibi ba kwa worship no ho amensu aba ship ni mu ne nyina ya senke no. Se ba akubedidie. See you know, taba quotes or no need any union and when people get to that level, it is crazy. I've heard some of to say now no say Ubi Amo Abekai, want to mean say, Montana ho, sit down. Namonto yampia instead of making sure say calm. Now them or am mobile this whole thing anymore. JFK, John Kudia, from Justin from Paul Kudia. On a mobile. It starts a young guy that is have risen to the level of national. You can't say national organizer or national secretary. My bad. What you do national secretary? Now at this point, all facing the biggest fight in the history of the party. Yeah, when people come to the leadership of the party and say. Niema atoyi ni say na enkrofo ede yeye say na party na yeye etipanyifo monka bi mame na obi ayi nani ese bibia ni wo ese bibia ni entimo because ankrofo no waka se mo meboa ne yenko campaign. How you guys going to do that at this point in ska wo ho? You guys have the money. But monka hu se 2016 na mun niska ansere John Mahama. That's why you guys should remember 2016 baby before Ghana biara John Mahama billboard baby obeti say atoka ma we say everywhere was John Mahama. But at the end of the day na ekwaye there 1 million vote difference. They been see Ghana history muda Ghana for no bufu and that's how they voted. And the men fact Ghana for say the Ghana for of 2008 and yes, I Ghana for the new. And then what happened around the world? Ghana ni they be see America ha and the Ghana or Accra and they unim the America. People are more sophisticated. If you don't think say that tatters now more useful for all this while, no, it will still work. It doesn't always work. Me, I see a viable way for the NPP. Ebia abano ko run offer omone alanche maten kasa ebia alanche maten beti ase. But se mokoswa didi papa na tem na mokoswa kaseti ya papa no na mokoswa na muye ni say ya abano ko run offer mo be de akọ. Ene papa ya kasa se be support ye. Obenya safo ye bunu be. When 2000, the year 2000, when John Kufuor was coming in as a president, you know, first John Mills a call runoff, and it's about a call runoff. No? It was easier for John Kufuor to go to all the other political parties and say support us, and promising all inclusive governance, and that's how he was able to pull it. In as much as that 2000 Abano Krana NDC, it was weaker. No? Still, we went to be winning one touch. NPP are winning one touch. A runoff, and a runoff, no, and I could for a winning election. Yes, a runoff from Naku for timid winning election. Sana say, "Wow, here, this one's obey." Now, say, runoff, how you gonna do it? Obeko papa no, no catch papa say, "Papa, we dey say, what any ani di weni, any ani pamo." Na say who say we were fruma otu can say we were fruma tochuna. Oh, how do they be say untimin tu yamadi enwu nyina NPP wow the were you sumai na onu wa ho den ene usika na ade abo NPP party ya ade abedru baby abedru the SBA no manenko. That is where I would say I want to be the president. If that was me, say me president now. You cannot keep doing this. You cannot eat your cake and have it. All what me kasa tenti ya make nyina na tofa nyina na say. Papa no say moye there alko. Moye there be affect the party no. And you guys should start thinking about acquire if anything happen how meet me pulling crofo no. How more than channel about become home. How I'm bit me a pulling crofwa or more dining moonchain abecome home. How I'm bit me a pulling crofwa or more Canada Japan side abecome home. Akutu Chema Kutuba a daughter Akutu say, meet me a police uncle for in at the abecome home. That's how you do it. Oh, there's a man, Yenisa. Namu to I am piach never paying them crank, then get the dinner tem. Tama untu mumu di dinner tem na mo soma afia so asnega mugum no mu di papa tem no mu di papa tem na say the bitterness no rise it to the level unti min control enye obi ne kumantwi efrem kumasi nyame me do obi bia sese oje bre na otie me e wo me show yi so next Saturday so mesa de update aba be kam ho nyame shiro obi bia me da mo ase bye bye.